welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2,000 points, and we're back on this abandoned city here. It's been abandoned for 100 years. Admech were fighting across here against Chaos, against the Iron Warriors, and now we're back again fighting Chaos once more. Black Legion have moved into the area. Tristan Whitehead has come down with his force, and he's going to take on the Adeptus Mechanicus once again. They have purged the area of Chaos once, and they shall do it again a second time. Right, so 2,000 points of Adeptus Mechanicus versus Black Legion Chaos Space Marines. A debut again. We've not played this combination before, and we've not seen Tristan's Black Legion on the channel as well. So it's great to see another Chaos force on the channel here. It's getting a bit too many Chaos armies appearing now on the channel. A bit of a flood taking place here, but Adeptus Mechanicus have been sent in to stop them here in this episode. So 2,000 points. It's Battleforged and a battalion, 6 command points available here for this force. So Belisarius Call is the first HQ. He's not the Warlord, so just the regular rules for him. And then Attack Priest Dominus, he is the Warlord. He's got the Red Axe Relic, and then Necro Mechanic for him, +1 on his repairs, and he has a Volkite Blaster as well. Then on to troops, there's 5 of them. 2 units of snipers as rangers here, 2 Transonic Arquebus in each of those units of 5, and no other upgrades at all. 2 units of 8 rangers here, 2 arc rifles in each of those squads, and also an arc pistol and arc maul for the Alpha. And then the 5th squad is a unit of 10 Vanguard here, 3 plasma calibers in that squad, and then the Alpha has a radium pistol and arc maul. 2 units of elites, 8 Rust Stalkers with transonic razors and cord claws, and then a unit of infiltrators, 7 of them with flechette blasters and taser goads. Then heavy support is Dune Crawlers, 3 of those, separate units, each armed with Icarus arrays. And then finally, the Imperial Knight is armed with a Reaper Chainsword, Thermal Cannon, Melter Gun, and also the Storm Spear Rocket Pod for that as well. Mixed results from this army here. They take on Chaos once again. We'll take a look and see what Tristan has brought along for his Black Legion Chaos Space Marines. So Tristan Whitehead's returned. Usually Space Wolves for him, but now Chaos. Sadly, the heresy spreads here. That's James's influence there. His guard have got corrupted, and it's now corrupted Tristan here. He's moved over to Chaos as well. Maybe he collected Chaos for a long time, I don't know.
I converted James.
Oh dear, it spreads, you see. Right, the purging needs to take place here. So we'll have to persuade him not to collect Chaos in this battle. We'll see what happens. Right, so we'll let Tristan run through. We'll see what he has.
This is 2,000 points of Black Legion. We've got a battalion detachment and a spearhead detachment. So the battalion has 5 squads of 5 Chaos Space Marines. Each unit has a las cannon with a heavy weapon, and 3 of the units' champions have power weapons. So you've got power sword ×2 and a power maul. The Warlord is Abaddon himself, and then we have a sorcerer with a jump pack next to him. And then we've got a Chaos Lord of Khorne with the Axe of Blind Fury and a jump pack. And behind him are 3 squads of Obliterators, all with the Mark of Slaanesh. And in the very back we have 3 Hellbrutes, all with a twin las cannon and a power scourge, and they have the Mark of Tzeentch. So that's 2,000 points on the nose.
Right, so that's the list. A debut here as well. We've not had him feature in a regular battle report yet. Abaddon is here. We'll zoom in and take a look at the work that Tristan's done. This is a conversion that you've made here. Mm-hmm. All right, so there he is. That's the model. And what is it? Forge World, is it? Or?
Yeah, it's a 30k Horus Lupercal, and I've just converted it with the old Abaddon bits and pieces. So the trophy racks, the top knot on the sword. So yeah, mixed 2 models together.
Nice job. Looks very good indeed. He's the Warlord, obviously. Okay, so nice model there. Great job on that one. And an interesting army here. 3 units of 3, 3 of these as well, and these smaller squads of infantry, and this main character Abaddon featuring. So it's a smaller sized army, but hyper elite here, and some scary units available for this force. We're going to scenario and deployment next. Right, so the scenario is Frontline Warfare. It's from the Chapter Approved 2017 edition, and it's the first mission. So in this game, there's 4 objectives. We've gone for Vanguard Strike here for deployment. So AdMech will be at this corner just here. There's their objective. It's worth 1 point to them and 4 points to the Black Legion. And then around here, we'll cover the other 2 objectives. Just this one here for the Black Legion. Inside their deployment zone, it's worth 1 point to them and 4 points to the AdMech if they can try and capture that. And then there's 2 objectives in the no man's land here. This one's been placed here, and then objective number 1 has just been placed over there. They're worth 2 points each to either side. Whoever controls those will receive 2 points for controlling them. So the game's about controlling objectives here. Whoever holds the most wins, and a massive incentive for both armies to try and break through into each other's deployment zones. It could be a very messy game indeed. I think the Chaos will relish this one. They like the idea of trying to snatch an objective from the opponent. We'll see. AdMech can counter-attack. We'll go on to deployment now. Start alternating placing units on the board. Slay the Warlord, Linebreaker and First Blood all available in this mission as well. Right, so the mat that we're using in this game is called Highlands in War. It's by GameMat.eu. They produce these battle mats here. This one's 6x4, so perfect for games of Warhammer 40,000. It's made from that nice mouse mat material. Rubber on one side rolls out nice and flat. And another material with the design printed on top. And in this game, all we've done is place the buildings and terrain on top, and then some stones, some scatter, some shrubs and lichen, just to blend it all in. And that gives you that nice effect for the terrain. But you can check them out. It's GameMat.eu. They produce these mats. They ship all over the world, and they produce some nice terrain available to use for your games of 40k as well. Right, so deployment done for both sides here. So Adeptus Mechanicus have formed up here. So using the Rangers as a screen in front, trying to prevent deep strikers from landing. Abaddon on standby with 3 units of the Obliterators. So trying to anticipate that. Not sure how effective this is going to be. Piling up on the right-hand side, the Vanguard and the Ruststalkers here set up to make a manoeuvre on their right-hand flank. And then a firebase here at the back. The 3 Dune Crawlers here at the back, set up, Belisarius School just in the middle, the Knight right in the very corner, intimidated by all of that laser cannon firepower, Tech Priest Dominus just in front, and then snipers have taken up position inside the building just here. Nice elevated area to fire from. We do have reserves to come in, and that's with the infiltrators just here. They'll be coming in at the end of movement on turn 1 onwards. So we'll go on to the deployment now for the Black Legion. Chaos Space Marine squads lining up here right to the very edge just to get those laser cannons in the most effective range possible. So squad here, 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 and here. And there's another squad, isn't there? There's 5 squads over that. Right, okay, so yeah, 5 squads in total. Dreadnoughts in amongst them as well. So we're looking at laser cannon shots 2, 4, 6, and then 1 in each of the 5 squads. Right, so there's a lot of laser cannons here that the AdMech will have to try and survive and try and deal with as well. And then the reserves here, the Obliterators, 3 units of those, the Sorcerer as well, and then also Abaddon himself. Yeah, the Chaos Lord is just here with Axe of Blind Fury in amongst the heart of this force just here. So that's deployment done. Both sides eye each other up here across the expanse of this battlefield. There's no man's land. These are the objectives here. 2 points for this one. 2 points for that one. Tristan's objective just tucked in there, and the AdMech is just here. We'll go on to the first turn. AdMech finished deploying first. They'll get +1 to their roll to see who goes first. So we'll roll up here to see who goes first here. Tristan's rolled a 6. Oh dear, we need a 5 or a 6 here to cause trouble. We don't roll a 4. I think we'll try and seize initiative. Would be a good idea. Needing a 6. Cry of pain goes up here. A lot of shots have been fired, but the AdMech seize initiative, ready to take on the forces of chaos once again. We'll go on to turn 1. It should have been the Black Legion going first, but the AdMech have seized initiative. Turn 1 coming up next for them. Right, so on turn 1 here, just thinking about how to move. Do we move out? We've got to try and anticipate the deep strikers coming down. You can choose whenever you want them to arrive now, and it can be all the way up to the end of movement on turn 3. So a very helpful option here is a massive strike potential that Tristan has with his Black Legion there, being that strike being led by Abaddon himself. So something the Admech need to be very cautious of indeed. We'll go on to the movement here, we'll see how they respond here against the Black Legion threat. All right, Admech movement has been completed here. So we've shifted right with these, sneaking along the back line here, just trying to keep a nice, healthy range away from these Black Legion units just here. The screen has moved forward. There's a model in between just the other side of that door, stretching along to here. They've moved about 3 inches forward, some a bit further than others, just to move ahead and make sure all their weapons are in range. And then we shifted ahead a little bit here, Belisarius Call in the centre, and the Knights shifted forwards and across to the left slightly in this direction. Just there, Tech Priest Dominus has moved to the foot of the building just to grant some reroll ones to the snipers, and that is the movement done. We haven't brought in the infiltrators yet. We're going to hold them off, aware the Black Legion have plenty of reserves to come on. So we'll go on to shooting phase next. Canticles is Shroud Psalm. That was adjusted there by Belisarius Call. So we've got the army in cover, and then I rolled a 1, which is reroll failed morale tests as well. So that's Canticles done. We'll go on to shooting phase now. We'll see what kind of damage, if any, the Admech can do. So we'll open fire with the Knight here. The thermal cannon's out of range, but the pod is in range of the Hellbrute just over there, the one on the left. So we'll fire at that. 3 shots, needing 3s. They've all hit here. 3s to wound. They've all wounded on 2 6s and a 5. Tristan can make saves of 2+, and then -2 for damage. So 4 pluses to try and block these. He blocks 2. And is he tempted to go for a reroll or not? No, he's going to leave it. Okay, so we'll cause D6 damage here. We do roll a 6. If this almost brought a Hellbrute down there. So 6 wounds taken, 2 wounds remain. Right, so we're going to fire some snipers now. So the lower level, going to go after the Hellbrute just over there. Again, Tristan will be obscured. So we are on freeze. 2 hits. 2 wounds. These are strength 7. Yeah, toughness 7. Yeah, so 2 wounds come through, and it's -2. A wound comes through. In fact, it's not a wound, it's D3 wounds. It is a 6, so 3 wounds taken. So it may well blow up here, possibly on a 6. It doesn't. All right, but Hellbrute destroyed here. This is pretty accurate firepower coming in from the Admech at the moment. Right, so that's first blood picked up there. It's not too bad. It's a good start there from the Admech. We'll press on with some shooting. We still have these to fire. Okay, so this Dune Crawler here is going to fire at the central squad here. You could see the Hellbrute, but it's been destroyed, so we're going to have to go after infantry of him. So we're going to level the guns. It's -1 to hit, and then rerolls the Belisarius Call being nearby. So we'll go for a Daedalus missile launcher. Misses, reroll. Hits needing a 4. And it does wound, it's strength 6, so it's wounded, and it's -3, so a 5-up save for being in cover. Failed, right, so a Marine brought down. Gatling rocket launcher. We will reroll these. Yep, and then 3s to wound, 2 wounds, these are at -2, so past those, yeah. No, one of them's failed, and Tristan rolled a 3. So another Marine from that squad gone. And then auto cannons lastly. 2 hits, rerolls, 3s for wounds. Yeah, they've all wounded. -1, +1 for cover. So regular 3+ saves. Passed. Right, so just 2 Marines gone from that squad. Right, so we'll fire at the Hellbrutes now. These 2 can see. This one couldn't. It was blocked by the walls of the church just there. But through the ruins, we can see with these 2 here. So we'll start with the one at the back. Again, it's -1 to hit. So a Daedalus missile launcher. Misses, reroll. Misses again. Gatling rocket launcher here. 3 hits. Still 3 hits. It's failed to wound with that one. And then we're on to the autocannons now. And we'll just reroll these 2. They've all hit. 4s to wound. 2 wounds to get through. It's going to be a 3-up save. -1 and then +1 for obscured target. Double 6. Well done. So no damage at all coming from the Dune Crawler. So we'll go again with the last Dune Crawler here. Daedalus missile launcher. Does get a hit. Strength 7. 4s for a wound. Nope. And then we'll go for Gatling rocket launcher next. Reroll these two, and they've got just the 3 hits. No wounds at all. And this is horrific here. And then this is the auto cannons. And then 4s to wound. 1 more save to make. A 3+. No, okay, so that comes through. It's 2 damage on this Hellbrute just here. So we'll go for the last unit of snipers right on top here. A clear view all the way down to the Hellbrute here. So we'll try and pick up some wounds here. 3 to hit rerolling ones, 2 hits. 4s to wound. There's a mortal wound straight away. And then 2 saves to make it -2. So 2 saves of 5+ here. He saves 1. And it's D3 damage, which is a 4. So 3 wounds caused here. So knocking it down to 3 wounds left. Okay, there's been some more small arms fire here coming from these squads, firing through, resolve that, and picking off a Marine from this squad and another Marine from that squad as well. So that's the infantry screen firing ahead with their rifles just there. Tristan's just rolled up for his Dreadnought and it has gone mad. He's rolled a 6, so I'll resolve the effects of that now with this Hellbrute on 3 wounds remaining. So he's allowed to shoot here. He's going to fire the 2 laser cannon shots and he's going to go after the Dune Crawl that shot at him.
2 hits.
2 hits. Oh no, 3's to wound. 2 wounds come through. Okay, so we'll try and block these with an Eminentus Force Field. I think is the best option. So we'll go for Eminentus Force Field just for the rerolls of 1. So 2 to block here. We do not. 2d6 damage. Yeah, here it comes. 9. All right, 9 taken. Almost destroying that in return. We didn't know that when we were shooting it. You could go berserk and let off the laser cannon shots. There's no restriction. Next turn you can fire again. Mm-hmm. That's good. Okay, and it's a 6 to score that.
Yep.
Okay.
Or piling an attack.
Yes, it does something berserk. All right, so that's an excellent result there. A bit of return fire coming back earlier than anticipated. So that's the end of the turn. There's no more shooting to do. There's no charges. There's no Overwatch. So we've got a little bit of morale to resolve, and then we're ready to go into the first turn for the Black Legion. Right, so turn 1 complete here for the Admech. They've led off their opening salvos, destroying one of the Dreadnoughts and causing trouble for the other. And some of the Black Legion Space Marines being brought down. So pretty good long-range firepower taking place. The snipers being particularly effective this particular turn. That's the end of the turn, though. Turn 1's finished. Now Tristan has his tape measure at the ready, going to line up some shooting, possible deep strikers arriving as well. Does he attack with a bad now, or does he hold off? We'll see what the Black Legion decide to do. Going to go on to their first turn coming up next. So we're on turn 1 at the moment. Tristan just measuring up his different options that are available. The screen here trying to keep the deep strikers away, aware that the obliterators, they're range 24, so trying to keep them back as far as possible. But we can't keep them away forever. Not sure how long this thin red line screen is going to last for. As Tristan can let off some bolter fire against them. So we played against Chaos before. James Otero was here previously, and now Tristan's arrived with Black Legion as well. So it's a nice theme developing here in this abandoned city. Belisarius Call and his apprentice have some interest here at this abandoned cathedral. Some relic here of some kind is very interesting, holding on to the area. But a second wave of chaos have descended into this sector. Turn 1 for the Black Legion, and it's happened here. Baden's turned up straight away, so no holding back with him. So just anchoring at the back, and then 1, 2, 3 squads of obliterators straight onto this objective. Sorcerer just behind them just there. And then the squads looks like they've started to manoeuvre here forwards as well. Dreadnoughts on the move also. So this is it. This is 2,000 points. Pretty much of Black Legion concentrated in this area. It's a smaller army but hyper elite and a deadly warlord available for them. Movement's finished. All the reserves have arrived. Black Legion have deployed. This is how the battle will be fought against the Black Legion in this area here. This will be where the fighting will be at its most intense. We'll go now on to Psychic Phase next for the Black Legion on turn 1. Infernal Gaze going off first of all. She's perils. No. So you won't be slain, so it will go off, and it'll be D3 mortal wounds.
1. So D3 more wounds. 2.
2. Okay.
So that is going to be 3 dice. On 4s, it's more wounds on that squad.
Yeah. None. Whoa, nasty exchange. So fouled with that. Smite's gone off now on an 8.
D3, just the one.
1. Alright, so we've lost 1 ranger. Alright, so psychic phase finished there. Perils, and then Smite's gone off, removing one of the rangers from play. Psychic phase finished. We've gone to shooting phase next. Alright, so it's the small squad here is going to fire first. So we've got a laser cannon shot needing a 4 because he moved. And then bolter fire is going to go against the rangers just here.
Bolters.
Yeah. Okay.
3s or 4s?
3s to win with toughness 3. All of them. Okay. So I'll make some saves here. We'll re-roll this one that's failed. And yeah, we've passed them. We have Shroud Psalm here, so we've protected them quite well, but 1 ranger brought down. Laser cannon now, 4+ to get a hit.
Re-roll that.
Oh yes, a bad nearby does get his hit. 3s to wound. Does wound, okay. So 5+ to try and block this. Yes, we do. It holds. Well done to the Eminentus Force Shield. So which squad? This squad here?
Just those 2 there.
Yeah, okay. So bolter's fired down here. We've taken another casualty, and Tristan's rolled up here. Hit and a wound has come through. We're going to try and block this, otherwise we could die. 6. The shield holds again on this. Trying to keep this one alive. It's only on 2 wounds left. It's blocked 2 laser cannon hits so far.
Ruststalkers.
Yeah.
That laser cannon's going to fire that same onager.
Okay. So bolter fire coming down here against the Ruststalkers. All hit. Be freeze to wound. 2 wounds. 3 up saves. Taking a wound here on one of these. And then now a laser cannon shot coming through against the same Onager Dunecrawler.
Misses.
Misses, alright. So bolt guns firing through now at the rangers just here. And all of them hit. Freeze to wound. 2 wounds come through. Freeze to save with Shroud Psalm. No, 2 more brought down. Ouch, we're starting to lose rangers here. Just remove these from play. 1 and 2. So casualties increase, and then we've got a laser cannon shot, same target, Tristan trying to take out. Okay, it's wounded. It's hit and failed to wound on a 2. Alright, so that was one of the laser cannons that didn't move from the squad just over there. Same again, this is the last squad, I think. So bolters firing through against the rangers.
All those because the bad one is nearby.
Yeah.
No.
And 1 wound comes through. 3 up save. Yes.
And the last.
Yep, hasn't moved, so 3+. Misses, and then reroll. Does hit, 3 to wound. Yes, and then we'll go for a 5+. Come on, see if we can do it again. Yes, a 5. So saved again with the Eminentus Force Field. Bolt pistol down here.
Hits.
Hits and a wound. No, doesn't wound.
The Talon of Horus is going to fire at those.
Yep. All hit.
Strength 4.
2 wounds.
-1.
-1, right, so 4 up save. You save 1.
D3 damage, not that it matters.
Does it? Yeah, 1 ranger gun. So they go to 2. So screens being thinned out here, models being slain. So Tristan moving on to Hellbrutes now. The damaged one is going to fire through and try and finish off the Dunecrawler just here. So it'll be 2 shots. 2 ones. And
didn't move.
yeah, okay, 2 hits then. 3+. And 2 wounds, yep. Okay. There's a lot of stones on the table. We're just playing hole facing, whichever side's leaning up for hits. So 2 saves of 5+ required here. Yes and no. And it's a 5. He's gone. And we'll roll up to see if we detonate, that's entirely cocked. And it's still a 4. Okay. So it doesn't explode, but one of the Dunecrawlers succumbs to the firepower from the Black Legion. Right, so the last Hellbrute, that has moved. That needs 4s. It's going after this Dunecrawler just here. And 2 misses. Okay. So on to Obliterators now. Heavy firepower going to come through. And Tristan's going to fire at this Dunecrawler just here. Okay, so we're just measuring up ranges for the Obliterators next. They've landed here. They've had to keep more than 9 inches away from the screen, so they've had to keep back here, and then checking the ranges. Some of them in range of this one, but it's gone. And then this one here, the next closest, is just too far away. It's sort of some of them landing about here, and the rest sort of tapering off in this direction. So the screen has worked here, keeping most, or all of those shots away from these 2 Dunecrawlers at least. So Tristan's going to elect to instead fire against the snipers up here. All of the Obliterators are in range of them.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, this is the first squad, this squad here.
-1. 2 damage.
Okay.
So, hitting on 3s.
3s, and then Baden will grant them rerolls.
Oh, yes.
So a few more come through. Be 2s to wound. All of them except 2. So it's -1. So we drop down to a 5-up save and then +1 for being in cover. So 4 ups. So 3 of them slain, 4 of them blocked. So the 2 snipers will remain, the rifles, and then the bodyguard will go.
1 into the other squad.
Okay, so he's going to split fire the next squad, the central group. One of the obliterators is going to try and finish off this sniper team, and 2 of the obliterators to finish off the sniper team, and the other one's going to fire into the next squad.
They are strength 6 plus the 8, -1, 1
damage. Okay. So
8 shots on those 2 guys.
3s to hit. Couple of rerolls. Should be able to finish them off here. Strength 8, so it'll be 2s. Strength 9, 2s to wound. All right, all of them, and it's -1. So 6 saves to make, and it's the same again. 4 pluses. No. Gone. So he's wiped out that sniper squad. They're destroyed. Just there, and then we've got another 4 shots. They've all hit. This is against the next sniper team. And quadruple 1. You won't see that very often. Those wounds failing to come through. It still has 1 squad left just here. So, randomising the strength here.
9.
-1. And 2 damage. Not that makes much difference here against these 1 wound models. Looking for rerolls now on these for Baddens. Very accurate firepower. Coming through.
3 misses.
2s to wound. Okay, so 7 saves to make, and again it's 4 plus. Oh no, poor rolling. It's a wipeout here. Snipers have gone. So half a chance of blocking those, but only past 1. 6 dead, 5 in the unit. The snipers have been wiped out utterly here by this obliterator ambush. Alright, so Tristan using 2 command points up to play a stratagem where you get to shoot again.
Endless cacophony.
Ah yes, okay. So he's going to fire again. Very, very helpful indeed. Targets then, which unit to fire? I guess it's obliterators are going to shoot again.
It's going to have to be that unit, I think.
Okay, he's going to try and hit them. So you randomise again for this coming through.
Strength 8.
-1. And 3 damage, but that's not going to make much difference here. So 3s to hit, and again re-rolling 1s. Tristan has 9 command points, by the way. Battleforge Battalion, a Spearhead, and also a Baden grants 2 extras as well. So a very healthy amount of command points available.
All wound but 1.
Well, yeah, it doesn't look good, but it is a good result there. So it's -1. Shroud's Armor, you do count as being in cover, so we're on 4s here to try and survive. It could be a wipeout. There's 5 slain. Not quite, but horrific casualties here. Those Rangers may well melt away through morale. So 5 of them brought down here by another lot of shooting from the obliterators. So pretty good here. The screen's been decimated and we've seen damage coming through. This is a nasty list here. It may be small, but it packs a mean punch for sure. Obliterators causing havoc here amongst the Skitari lines. Shooting phase was meant to be finished, but Tristan's going to use another command point for Fire Frenzy here on the Hellbrute. He's going to shoot again. So target this time. This one. Okay. So, this is the one that didn't move, so freeze to hit. Okay. So 1 hit comes through. Freeze to wound. No. Okay. So that's that done. So I take it no... well, there could be charges here. It could attempt to charge with these. We'll see what it decides to do. Okay. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. We'll see what Tristan decides to do. Yes, Tristan's going to charge here. He's going to go ahead with this. So this unit's going to charge here. Both these units are going to try and charge against these. So it'll be a straight 9 for this one. They're in, so that goes ahead. I doubt his Overwatch is going to bring them down. This squad here, they get 9. One's off the board, so you can just re-roll here. It's a 7. Re-rolls if he wants to. No, okay, and then this one may need a bit more than 9, 10. That will do. They'll be into combat, so they'll move across. We'll move the models in because we're not going to stop them, and then we'll resolve some Overwatch. So charges taking place, 0 damage from Overwatch, so we'll let Tristan roll up here going first. So this one. Aggressive play here from Black Legion.
Get 3 extra attacks.
Oh, for 6s, yeah. Oh yes, this is
Death to the False Emperor.
Death to the False Emperor, yeah. A rule that's easily forgotten by Chaos players, but 6s to hit in the fight phase generate extra attacks.
And strength 5.
3s to wound. Virtually all of them. Is there any point in rolling? I'll just roll a few dice here, needing 4s. No, he's gone. Okay. So Alpha destroyed. You can consolidate if you wish. No, okay, so they'll hold position just there. So you may well see the thin red line entirely wiped out this turn, dealt with very harshly here by the Black Legion. It's showing no mercy here against the Admech infantry. In fact, this is the last of the Rangers here, almost down to a lone Ranger. But not many.
3 saves?
Okay, yeah, not many wounds come through. 3 saves and even 4+. Save 2, so 1 casualty taken. And then we'll pile in and get to fight back. Right, so we'll try and strike you with an arc maul. So 4s, 1 hits. 6, that'll be a wound, and it's -1. 5 passed, okay. And then a regular Ranger fighting does get his hits, does get his wound, fighting for survival here.
That's it.
2 up save, is it? Right, okay. Okay. Right, so that's it. Combat's resolved. We've lost. That drops down again to 6 we've lost in total. There's 2 left. So that's the end of the turn. We'll just roll up our morale here. That's a 2. +6 is 8. Leadership 7. We're going to lose another 1. So that's the situation there. We are down truly to the Lone Ranger here. The Alpha remains alive just in that combat. Tristan, by the way, can consolidate just to there. Alright, so turn finished. We've seen Abaddon land with his ambush here of obliterators, and truly they have obliterated the Skitarii lines here. So infantry destroyed, the sniper teams also wiped out entirely. So now we're down to the machinery at the back, which has also been targeted. We've seen the Junecrawler destroyed just here. All of this happening in the sight of Belisario's call. We'll see how he decides to respond. Skitarii, they do have infantry over here, perhaps isolated from the fight now, but this is the group that's meant to be going around to challenge Tristan's objective over there. But it certainly is hostile territory. It may well prove difficult to try and get into that zone. Alright, so turns finished here. It's been an exchange between both sides. I think the Black Legion have come off better here. Despite going second, they have done very well indeed. So, forces deployed. This is the attack now. This is how it's going to be. Chance now for the Admech to try and respond. They must respond well here, otherwise they risk the chance of being blown off the table. We'll go now on to the second turn for the Adeptus Mechanicus. So much has happened already. How will the Admech respond in the face of such adversity? We'll go on to their turn 2 next. Right, so movement done for the Adeptus Mechanicus here on their second turn, trying to cope as best as they can with this aggressive attack from the Black Legion. So this squad has made an advanced move. We used a command reroll to improve that. So they've made it to there. Their assault weapons, they should still be able to fire at -1. Then the Rustalkers have moved ahead. I've only rolled a 1 for their advance. They haven't gone too far, just 9 inches with those. Then around here, trying to deal with these. here. These obliterators will cause trouble. So we've shifted right across with Belisarius Court and the 2 Dune Crawlers. We've pulled out of combat with the Lone Ranger. And they've moved across 12 with the Imperial Knight. We've committing him to the fight now. He's miles in range of all the las cannons and the obliterators, so he may as well just lumber ahead here. Then Tech Priest Dominus is just to there, just at the back. Then we have committed the infiltrators. They've actually turned up at the back here, just there. And they're all within 12 to fire at the Dreadnought just there. So that is movement done. Chance for the Admech to try and strike back here. They've been hit hard. Chance for them to try and readdress the balance of the game. We'll go on to their shooting phase next. A critical point here in the game. If they do really well, they might be able to get ahead. If they struggle to cause damage, the Black Legion may well blow them to pieces. We'll see. We'll go on to shooting phase next to the Admech on turn 2. Alright, so we'll start the shooting phase here. We're going to play Wrath of Mars with these that have just landed. They're all within 12 of this Hellbrute here. We're going to try and bring him down. There's 3 mortal wounds to try and pick up. So Wrath of Mars, wound rolls of a 6 is a mortal wound, as well as the usual damage. So 35 shots, needing 3s. Canticles, there's no rerolls of 1 available this turn. So those have failed. There's a few failures here. But that's the hits that have come through. That's the misses, and these are the hits. Then we're simply looking for 3 6s. So we'll roll up these ones here, see what we get.
There you go.
There you go. That's the 3 6s, and 1 to spare. All right. So Dreadnought destroyed. We'll let Tristan roll up to see if it detonates on a 6, which it doesn't. That's a 1. And then there's nothing else. No going crazy. No, it doesn't go crazy if it dies. Right. Okay. All right. So Dreadnought destroyed. Alright, so mission accomplished there. Just trying to deny 2 laser cannon shots there, trying to think of the knight to protect him. They'll zealously fight to try and protect the beloved knight here, and 2 laser cannon shots have been removed. So that's firepower at this end. We'll swing around to the other side now, see what the heavier guns can do, and see what damage the knight can do with his firepower as well. Right, so we're going to fire the Vanguard here. They are within range of this squad just ahead. So we're not going to supercharge, just going to fire regular shots. Needing 4s because we made an assault move, or an advanced move. 3s to wound, 2 wounds come through, and it's -3. Yeah, that regular Marine unit just there. I think they'll be on. Yes, yeah. Saves of 6+, it's -3. No, 4, 2, and a 1. So 3 of the Marines brought down. We'll fire the rest of the squad at them as well. Okay, so that's that done. There's some more shots to come through from radium carbines here. 2 of them can't see now, the casualties that have been taken, but these can see the Marines just on top there and just within range. 4s for hits because we moved. 5s to wound. 2 wounds, and there's no minus here at all. So 1 fail just there, so another Marine gone.
In cover?
No, he's passed. He's in cover, so it becomes a 2-up save. Marines in cover, difficult to remove with regular firepower, so they remain alive just there. And crucially, the laser cannon on top is still in position. So I'm going to fire Belisarius Call next within 12, just within 12 of the obliterators. There is D3 shots, 2 shots, needing 2s, 2 hits, and strength 10, toughness 5, 2s to wound. 1 wound comes through, it's -4 on your save. And no, and it's D3 damage. 3, so obliterator destroyed or atomized. So we'll fire the knight next. We'll offload everything into this squad here. So thermal cannon, 1 shot. This happens sometimes. We will re-roll 2 shots. That was a waste of a command point. Just got 2 left now. So 2 shots needing 3s. 1 shot comes through, and the wound does come through. No, it doesn't. Sorry, it needs a 3+ to wound. Your strength 9, toughness 5.
No, that's a wound. Toughness 4.
Oh, your toughness 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so it does go through. It's D6, or 2D6. Choose the best. We choose the 6. So 1 model destroyed just there. Yes, from that squad there. Yep. That's 1 gone. The rocket pod. Well, there's a melter to fire first of all. That one hits, and it wounds. So a -4 on a save just there. I think he's got a 5+ invuln, which he passes. Well done. Okay. And then 3 shots to the rocket pod. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No damage. 1 obliterator killed. Oh no, Imperial Knight's firepower. Not very effective here. This is not good news for the Admech. Right, so the fire base here. 2 Dune Crawlers left. We'll see what they decide to fire at. So we'll fire across here. at these, going to try and reduce them down. So, autocannons first of all, needing 4s or reroll for Belisarius Call. Yep. 3s to wound. They've all wounded, and then -1, and no cover. So 4 up saves.
3 up saves.
3 up saves. Okay. So 1 gets through. Gatling rocket launcher next. Yes, Gatling rocket launcher. Let's do that one. Rerolls. Need 4s here at -1. Firing at ground targets. And this is strength 6, so 3s to wound. And these are at -2, so 4 up saves. Yeah.
3. 3 props.
Yes, yeah. And this looks like a cocked dice set. Okay, so 1 model removed and a wound on another. Daedalus missile launcher here. Misses. Will re-roll for Belisarius Call. It still misses on a 1. So 1 more obliterator gone. Or 2 from that squad. And a wound remaining, or 2 wounds remaining on this one. Yeah, this one's going to fire through against the Hellbrute way up yonder, over there. So we'll go for some shots with him. So autocannon rounds, needing 4s. And then needing 4s to wound. 2 wounds do get through. 3 up save, cover, and then -1. Yeah, 2 saves of 3+. 1 gets through, so 2 wounds taken. Daedalus missile launcher. Misses. Reroll for Belisarius Call. It does hit. 4s for a wound. No, crucially, that one was the deadly one. And then the Gatling rocket launchers could have been the wrong target here. Needing 4s. And then needing just some rerolls here. 5s to wound. 1 wound gets through. -2, so a 4 up save. Failed. A wound comes through. So dropping down to 5 wounds. Yeah, so 5 wounds remain on the Hellbrute just there. That's the 2 damage coming through from the autocannon and the 1 coming from the Gatling rocket launcher. Perhaps we're doing better to take on these, but that's the firepower from them finished. We've got a Volkite blast to fight through over here. So it's heavy free. We did move. 3s to hit. Reroll for Belisarius Call nearby. No, I don't get rerolls here. I can reroll 1 of them because of himself. He's too far away from Belisarius Call, and he's got just the 1 hit. It doesn't wound, so that's that Volkite blaster done. Belisarius Call's already fired. I think we're about finished here. Yeah, shooting finished from the Admech as they struggle on, trying to cause as much damage as possible against the Black Legion. Tristan's just rolled up here. Hellbrute doesn't go mad after taking the damage. So it seems the better idea is just to try and kill it outright before it goes mad in the first place. But shooting finished. We'll go on to assaults. There are some possible charges to take place. The Knight could charge in. Also the infiltrators as well. We'll think about what to do. We'll go on to assaults and Overwatch next. All right, so charges have taken place. Would have needed a 11 here, so I'm not going to charge in too far away with the Knight. And then round here, a charge has gone ahead, rolled up a 10. No damage take on Overwatch. We've contacted this squad, and then for the pile-in, we'll make contact with the other. Not be able to fight against it, but we'll be able to try and silence them from shooting next turn. So charges done. We'll resolve this combat next. All right, so infiltrators fighting. We've consolidated in this direction to the closest model, which is this separate squad here. So now they've been pulled into the fight, but we're going to direct our attacks against this squad just here. So 15 attacks needing 3s. There's a couple of 6s here, but 3s for hits. No rerolls available. So there's the hits, and then these are the bonus hits for rolling 6s. And then we'll be on 3s to wound here at strength 6. So some have failed. But a good number of saves to make here. All of those saves to make 3+ armor save. So 11 saves here to make, and failing 4 of them, crucially keeping 1 of them alive. Right, so Tristan gets to fight back here with his models. There's 1 attack. We can lump it all together. It doesn't matter. Both squads can fight together here. So this is the 3s to hit here.
Get rid of the 2s, reroll the 1s.
Yes, this is the Chaos Lord nearby, granting reroll 1s. That generates you an extra attack there for...
Reroll the 1.
Yeah.
There we go.
3s to wound. 3 wounds come through. 4s to try and save. Do save 2, and a wound comes through, so one of the Rust Stalkers has taken some damage, and that's it. Okay, so combat's resolved there. Bit of morale to do for this lone Marine, just there, and that is the end of combat. So let Tristan roll up 4. Lost 4 is 8 is a pass, and then here you pretty much can't fail, don't you? 5 and 3 is 8 again, which is a pass. The sergeant's still alive. All right, so morale done. Obliterators, leadership 9s, they'll auto pass the damage that they've taken, so we'll remove those morale markers, and that'll signal the end of the second turn for the Adeptus Mechanicus. Struggling here to reduce this elite Black Legion army down, causing some damage. Firepower has been reduced. The question is it enough? Tristan has already caused horrific casualties, and potential now to strike again against the Adeptus Mechanicus and deal out the damage. Which way does he go? Does he fight against these, try and deal with these, or take on the larger vehicles here for the Admech? We'll see. We'll go on to the second turn now for the Black Legion. Right, so movement of the Black Legion, pulling back here with the Obliterators, trying to keep out of contact with the Knight, who would pose a threat to them in close combat. So they pull back to here. Abaddon maintaining his position, so looking strong on objective number 3, which is worth 2 points. Then laser cannon teams, this one's remained stationary.
The sergeant moved up, but he's
remained stationary. He's remained stationary. The sorcerer's jumped across. He has a jump pack. The Chaos Lord's jumped across with his jump pack, and then closing in to shoot and then charge with this squad. The Dreadnought getting ready to charge in as well. So do feel sorry for the infiltrators here. They've attracted a lot of attention with their ambush. So that's movement done. Black Legion, all within this area here, defiling this cathedral here with their presence. All right, so movement done. We're going to Psychic Phase next. All right, so Psychic Phase done. Smite went off. One mortal wound caused to remove one of the infiltrator models. Need to mark that with a morale marker, actually. And then Death Hex as well. So Tristan has stripped away the 6-up invuln that the infiltrators have, so the wounds will go straight through to the bone. That's Psychic Phase done. On to Shooting Phase next. Right, so on Shooting Phase, the Hellbrute's fired across in this direction before he charges and has missed to his 2 laser cannon shots. So we'll let Tristan carry on.
Laser cannon to the Knight.
Right, so this is a 1-shot laser cannon. Hasn't moved, 3 up. Priest wound. Oh, it's a plum hit here. So the wound comes through. Rotate Iron Shields is +1 to the invuln, so 4+ to try and block this. No. Do you reroll? It's our last command point. Half a chance. No, we'll save it. So straight D6 damage. Is a 2. 2 wounds come through, knocking it down to 22 wounds remaining. The next laser cannon.
Sorry, the bolters.
Yeah, we'll check range for them. They might be able to target something. All right, so bolters have fired through against the Rust Stalkers, and a wound has been caused, so removed a model from play. Shroud Psalm, we do have this turn, so that's helping to some degree. But a laser cannon shot, another one coming through against the Knight, does get a hit. 3s for a wound. Oh, it does get a wound. 4 up with the rotating Iron Shields here. No, I just sensed that was going to come through, and it's a straight D6, and he rolls a 6. Suddenly we're knocked down to 16 wounds remaining on the Knight. Nasty stuff. So a bolt gun round, now going to fire through the Rust Stalkers. Misses.
And the last cannon?
Yeah, 4 up for this one. On the move, does get his hit. Does get his wound. Incredible. 4+. Yes, a 5, yeah, so we pass. Just that. So we're in agreement here. We'll re-roll this one. It's a cock dice. So 4 up. It is a 4. There we go. So fair's fair. All right. Difficult situation sometimes on the table here with the stones and scatter. So that's the laser cannons fired. There'll be no complaints from Tristan there. It's excellent firepower from them. Really hammering the Knights here. Very hard indeed. Pistols in close combat. Easily forgotten. But Tristan has remembered to do that. So bolt pistols firing in against the Rust Stalkers. 3s for hits, 3s for wounds. Yeah, 3 wounds come through. So roll up some saves here. 3+, Shroud Psalm. No, we lose another model. So another one of those can be removed from play. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the infiltrators left just there as they fight on, bracing themselves for the combat phase. Perhaps they'll meet their doom there and be wiped out. But This is the obliterators now. Tristan lining up the options with them. Abaddon first of all is going to fire at the Rust Stalkers here through the windows. And looking for 2s to hit.
And 3s to wound.
3s to wound. 2 wounds come through. -1. -1. So 4 up save after cover, which we pass on a double 6. Right, so a lone obliterator is going to fire first. See what kind of damage he can do against the knight. So I'm going to randomise.
9.
Strength 9, that's helpful.
-2.
It's helpful again.
3 damage.
And 3 damage is a brilliant round there. Very good. 4 shots. They've all hit. 3s to wound. This could really hurt. They've all wounded. Oh, incredible dice rolling taking place here. Now roll up some saves. Invuln saves are 4+. So 4s here. We've got to pass these. In fact, it's not enough to kill us, but it will cause horrific trouble if we don't. Happy enough if that's a cock dice, this one here. So reroll this one. And there's a pass. 2 have got through. So that is 6 damage. We're down to 10 wounds here on the knight. So just remove that, put that to a 10. Squad of 2 next. I've got a bad feeling we could see the end of the knight here. His wounds are dropping very quickly indeed. You can't withstand multiple las cannon and obliterator shots coming through.
Strength 7.
Strength 7. -3 though.
1 damage.
And 1 damage.
You'll be right.
Okay. 8 shots for this squad. Rerolling for Abaddon nearby. They've all hit. Horrific. 5s to wound though. That's good.
That's cocked. No.
Okay. Right, so how many got through? 4?
4.
Okay.
-1.
-1. So we'll take a
4
up save. Past 2, but 2 more wounds to get through. We drop down to 8 wounds remaining. He could still destroy it if he rolls well. There's still a full squad of 3 here at the back. So Tristan's going to play Veterans of the Long War. It's 1 command point used. He's got 5 left, and it is +1 on the wounds coming through from the full strength squad. So
we are strength 8. -1. 1 damage.
Okay. Not too powerful here.
I'm going to command point that last damage.
Okay.
That's better.
Oh no, 3 damage. Blast, I thought I was safe here. So down to 4 command points left. Good use of stratagems here. And a lot of shots, 12 shots.
All hit.
Yep.
And I would be wounding on 3s, but it's 2s.
Right. Yep. All of them. Oh, goodbye knights. All right, how many is that? That's full 12, isn't it? Okay, Tristan's removed 2 of those because it was 3s to wound, not 2s. So we've got 10 saves of 4+ to make here. 3 damage a time. We have to block 8 of them. Mission impossible. No, the knight is gone. So I'm going to roll up here to see if it is destroyed. Oh, see if it explodes. It doesn't. All right, so it just dies in a heap here. It's been obliterated, been blasted to pieces. Las cannons causing horrific amount of damage. And then all of the obliterators converging together. They've accomplished their mission. The Imperial Knight cannot withstand firepower of that magnitude, and it has succumbed here. The Skitarii will look up here and be so discouraged by that sight to see Black Legion firepower bring down the mightiest of their machines on this battlefield. So a knight destroyed here, ends in a heap and magnetized. So nice here with the smoke just on the back. So looks good, but visually, but doesn't look good for the AdMech. They've lost their beloved Imperial Knight. It's absorbed all of the firepower of the Black Legion, but we've lost our key unit here. It has been destroyed, and that puts the Black Legion nicely ahead here in this game. End of shooting phase. Nothing else to fire. We'll go on to assaults. There's this ongoing melee. Some other units want to pile in here against the infiltrators, and I don't think there's any other charges to take place. So we'll let Tristan charge in, and then resolve combat's just over here. All right, so hold it right there. We're about to go on to assaults here. Tristan's using 2 command points. He's got 2 left.
Endless Cacophony.
Endless Cacophony is going to fire the 3 strength unit, and going to go after these. All right, it's going to go after this June Crawler just here.
So the Veterans Long was still in active.
Right, okay, yeah. So Veterans of the Long War stacked on top.
7.
Okay, and -1 and 1 damage. Ooh, we might be able to survive this one. Okay. we're heavily outgunned now without the knight. We've just got the 2 Dream Crawlers left ready for firepower. Just rolling up to wound. Or to hit, that's the re-rolls, yeah, for a bad one. Strength 7, so 4s, yeah. So a fair few fail.
3s because the veteran's a long war.
+1, yeah, very good. So that makes it virtually all of them. So Shroud Psalm helping us a bit here, or helping us a lot. It'd be 3 up save instead of a 4 up after that -1. Still 4 wounds get through. Okay, so 4 wounds come through. That knocks that down to 7 wounds remaining on this Dream Crawler just here. Right, so going on to charges here. Tristan just rolling up here to pile into this combat. I suspect the infiltrators will be no more. Oh yes, with the Dreadnought going in, they're dead. Alright, so we'll resolve that combat there, that pile up. What a way to go, infiltrators. I feel really sorry for them. They've been assaulted here from every angle by these nasty Black Legion Marines. And Dreadnought as well. We'll get this combat resolved next. Alright, so Dreadnought first of all. It could virtually, single-handedly bring them all down. 3s for hits.
All the 1s. Alright.
Yeah, okay. 5. Strength 7.
Strength 8.
Strength 8, 2s to wound, yeah.
So 4.
And no invuln. -2, 6 up save. 4 of them. None. So that's just the Princeps left. The rest have been stripped away. So see if you can finish him off. Maybe your Lord could.
I'll do the Lord. 4 attacks.
Okay.
On 2.
3s.
That's going to hit my own blow. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, with the relic, yeah.
1 wound.
It's minus.
-3 damage.
So he's gone. You have wiped me out, and then now you can just resolve the attack against your own Marine.
Yeah.
2.
So do I get a 6 up?
No, he swung the axe and just clipped one of his own friends there with the axe as he swung it to finish off the Princeps. That's a wipeout. Tristan can be free, or is free to make his consolidation moves now with those units that have prevailed there against the infiltrators. Right, so combat's resolved. Tristan's consolidated with these units here, well and truly still claiming the cathedral just there. So it's going to be very difficult to shift him off his objective. It's a great prize, 4 points available, but it looks a long way away and out of reach for the AdMech. This 2-point objective solidly held, I think, as well. Then for the AdMech, they're near their objective, but you can see their key units being destroyed here. So a precarious situation for them. But then there's this objective they potentially could hold just at the back here. So that is the end of the second turn. So much has happened in this game. Both sides taking casualties. AdMech definitely losing more. We'll go on to their third turn next. They need to somehow get ahead here, but it's going to be a struggle. There's so much heavy firepower available for the Black Legion. We'll go on to turn 3 next for the forces of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Right, so AdMech making their move. It's a surge here. The attack press is on, so Vanguard moving up. Ruststalker's moving up as well. We're going to try and fire and charge here with these units, or fire with these and charge with those. The 2 of those units working together. Try and make some kind of attempt on the objective just over there. And then here, clustering together. 2 Dream Crawlers left, Belisarius Call and the Tech Priest Dominus. We used our last command point to repair again, because we rolled badly on the first time round, and we have restored all of the wounds back up to 11 with the Dream Crawlers, both of them fresh and ready to fire. Right, so what we're going to do is going to fire the squad here. We are going to supercharge. We've got no rerolls available, so any ones, the models will be slain. We're going to fire off against the Hellbrute just here, and then the rest of the squad with their radium carbines will fire at the 2-man squad there, the Sergeant and the Laser Cannon. I'm going to try and reduce the firepower down of the Black Legion with this squad. So the first Plasma Caliber gets his 2 hits. The second Plasma Caliber dies and gets a hit, and then the third Plasma Caliber dies but gets a hit. 3s to wound. 3 of the wounds get through. It's -3 on the Dreadnought's save. Okay, so we lost 2. That's a shame. 3 saves here, 5+ for cover. And 2 go through. So 1 wound left. Yes, he's 5 down to 1 wound remaining. Radium carbines next. Needing 3s. And that one there. Need 5s. These are strength 3. So just the 2. Tristan can make 2 saves here. Regular saves are 3+, which he fouls both there. Right, so one of those dice was cocked, so one model slain and one remains, so one of those can be removed. Right, so switching over here now for firepower. This Dune Crawler is going to fire at the full strength Obliterator squad. That's these here, 1, 2, and 3. So we'll fire the Daedalus rocket launcher first of all, needing a 4. Reroll for Belisarius Call nearby, gets a hit on a 6. 3's for a wound. Yes, it wounds, and it's -3. So now it gets through, and it's D6 damage. It's 3, so one of the Obliterators has gone.
From here?
From that middle squad, yeah, that one there. So just 1, okay, not a bad start. Autocannons next. Needing 4s. And then needing 3s. They've all wounded. It's still going to be a 2-up save though, in cover, and just -1. So 1 has failed, and that'll be 2 damage coming through there against another Obliterator, and then we'll fire the Gatling rocket launcher, needing 4s, reroll those, needing 3s, yeah, 1 gets through, and this will be a 3-up save. Yep, passed, alright, so 2 left. We'll fire the next Dune Crawler at the same target, so we'll go Gatling rocket launcher first of all, rerolling these. Need 4s, they've all hit. Just the 2 wounds coming through, 2 saves are 3+. No, yeah, -2. So that's a model gone. And then we have the autocannons next. Missing, rerolls, 2 hits come through, 2 wounds come through, and these are 2-up saves. They've passed. And finally, the Daedalus rocket launcher gets its hit. Doesn't get its wound, and it's failed to wound just there. Alright, so shooting phase finished, not too bad. 2 of the Obliterators gone, that helps take a bit of the sting out of them. And we haven't succeeded in destroying the Dreadnought here, or this las cannon. We'll go on to assaults next, see if the Ruststalkers can make it in. A golden chance for them. Need to roll a pretty good charge range to try and reach in combat. We'll roll up some charges and Overwatch next. Right, so charges gone ahead, rolled a 9 here. We did take damage on Overwatch. A las cannon killed one of the Ruststalkers as it came in. Its spindly body blown apart by the laser round coming through, but the rest have made it into combat there. Some multi-charges. This las cannon here, this las cannon here, and then the Dreadnought as well, or the Hellbrute. So we'll resolve this combat now. It's a crucial one to try and silence a number of these guns. We'll roll this up next. Alright, so we're going to go for 2 on each. The Princeps and 1 other against this las cannon, these 2 against this guy, and then these 2 against the Hellbrute. So 2 Cord Claw attacks against the las cannon marine on the right hand side. So these need 3s to hit. They both hit. They need 4s to wound. They failed. Then it'll be 5 attacks with them for regular transonic razor attacks, needing 3s, that's all of them. And then 4s to wound again. There's the 6 plus those saves. That las cannon has gone. That's that one there, yeah, he's gone with a mortal wound. Then it'll be 2 Cord Claw attacks from here against this las cannon marine. 1's hit, 4's for a wound, failed, and then 4 regular attacks with transonic razors, needing 3s, and then needing 4s. 1 wound comes through, no modifiers, just a 3-up save. Pass. That las cannon will survive. And then now the attacks against the Hellbrute. Cord Claw attacks, needing 3s. 6 for a wound. Toughness 7, 5 for a wound. 5 for a wound. No. And then regular transonic razor attacks. Looks like we're not going to do it here. Needing 3s. And then needing 5s. 1 does come through. It's a regular save. Failed on a 2. He'll die. And he's going to re-roll it. Using up a command point. 1 command point left. Oh. It is a 1. Okay, so Dreadnought destroyed. Let's see if it detonates here. It doesn't. Alright, so Hellbrute can be removed. Ruststalkers, not bad from them. It's a pretty good result. I think they'll be happy with that result just there. Tristan attacking back here does get a wound. This is from the Chaos Space Marine, which we pass. Alright, so combat resolved. There's morale to do here, which we could... No, we won't fail. It's 1 casualty, so we'll automatically pass that one. Morale will be passed here. So that is the end of the turn. But Rustalker's bursting through, pretty good from them, removing a Dreadnought, or just finishing off a wound, and also one of the las cannon Chaos Space Marines. So turn finished here. Bit of a surge from the Adeptus Mechanicus. They're looking a bit thin on the ground. I need to zoom around here for these, which we passed, all right, so they're fine. So a bit of a surge from them. They're thin on the ground, though. They don't have too much left. They've lost a lot of their infantry, a lot of their heavy guns. The knight's gone, but still harassing and causing damage here against the Black Legion. Tristan, no doubt, has a counter measure in place. He does have the resources to do it. That Chaos Lord is pretty good. Abaddon's nearby as well, so the Rustalkers may well find themselves in trouble. We'll go on to the Black Legion. Third turn coming up next. Right, so movement taking place here. Tristan on the move. He's going to break out of cover and he's going to go after this objective. It is worth 4 points. It will kill the game here if he gets close enough. So he's going to go with the third one.
10.
And then Abaddon, no doubt, will follow behind. Yeah, here he comes. How far does he move? 6 inches. And then he may well want to do an advanced move.
So
5, 11.
So 11. He's a beast.
He's a beast. He's a character. He's going to be difficult to target. So aggressive attack here. Difficult because he's a character. These have to be stripped away in order to get through to Abaddon. And no doubt he's tough enough to deal with himself as well. There is the possibility then of him facing off against Belisarius. Call just here. Possible. May see that showdown take place. All right. So
I'm going to advance these up.
right. Okay. Looks like the army's on the move here. All right, so movement done. Holding position with these. These have moved off and advanced just across to here. And then the Chaos Lord jump pack has moved up through here, getting ready to charge against the Vanguard. Sorcerer's moved up and over the top of the Rustalkers. They're getting ready to smite and possibly charge with him. And then we've seen the movement here from Abaddon and the Obliterators. So aggression now moving out, seeing the need. We're at turn 3 here, so if he's going to go after this objective, it's going to be now to start that attack, to then manoeuvre onto it in the later turns of the game. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next for the Black Legion on turn 3. Alright, so Psychic Phase finish. Smite against the closest unit was the Rustalkers. They've taken 3 mortal wounds, a model removed and a wound taken on another, and then Infernal Gaze was cast against those, and 2 of them brought down with mortal wounds coming through as well. So pretty good from the Sorcerer there, dishing out a decent amount of damage. So we're going to Shooting Phase next for the Black Legion on turn 3. Okay, so bolt pistols are fired, hit, no damage, and then a las cannon against this one. That one. Okay, so 3+, didn't move. Hits. Wounds. Okay, so a 5+ invuln save here available. Eminentus Force Field. Doesn't hold, it's D6 damage, will go straight through, and it's a 2, it's a 4. Okay, so 4 wounds caused here against the Dreamcrawler. Okay, so 1 bolt around as well from that squad coming through. We passed a save with their Shroud Psalm here this turn. 2 more bolters coming through. They've wounded, have they? So we've got 2 more saves to make on these. This is bolter fire coming through, past those, and now the las cannon shot against the damaged Dreamcrawler. It's hit on a 5, doesn't wound on a 2. All right. Right, so bolters and las cannon are going to come through. So 3 shots to the bolters, needing 3s. 5s to wound with the bolters.
So that's
just the one comes through. It's re-rolling there because of Abaddon is within 6. 2 up save. Yes, for Shroud Psalm. And the las cannon does hit. Doesn't wound on a 2. Alright, so sometimes the wounds don't come through. So down to Obliterators next. They may well be able to finish off at least one of these and possibly a second. Talon of Horus first from Abaddon. It's 2s to hit. 5s to wound. 1 does come through. -1. Okay, 3 up save. Saved on a 6. So here we go. Obliterators then. The lone Obliterator just here. He's going to fire. Strength 8. -1 and 3 damage. Ouch. 4 shots. Rerolls here for Abaddon being nearby. They've all hit, needing 3s. 3s to wound. They've all wounded. This is an excellent start. It's -1 though, so we do get a Shroud Psalm. We get a 3 up save to try and block these, which we pass all of them, blocking those attacks at least. It's not over yet. There's still got a 2-man squad and this one at the back here. The lone one is going to go after the damaged one. Okay, so the next randomization here for strength 9. Yeah, -3. 1 damage. Oh, okay. 4 shots needed. Threes again. They've all of them except 1, so 3 of them get through. -3, so go down to Eminentus Force Field, which we passed 2, and it's just 1 damage, so 1 wound taken, dropping us down to a 6. So the 2-man squad, going to randomise what they need.
Yeah, and I'm going to do last command point on Veterans of the Long War.
Okay, Veterans of the Long War being played, that's the last command point being used up. Adding it to this unit. God, strength 9. -1, and 3 damage. If these get through, it's going to hurt. So 4s to hit here.
So advanced.
Yeah. And then rerolls for Abaddon. Some of them missed. 6 of them have got through. 3s to wound.
Oh, strength 9 was I?
Yes.
So 2s.
Oh, yes, with veterans. Okay, so they're all wound. Okay. Right, so 3 damage. It's 3+ to survive, or 3+ to block these here with Shroud, Psalm, and no, it's destroyed with those triple 1s. So he's gone. Roll up to see if he detonates. He does not, but we've lost one of the Dune Crawlers. A significant blow. They were trying to keep one of them alive there, or trying to keep both of them alive. With the loss of another one, that's the firepower severely reduced down. It's a good result there for the Black Legion. So shooting phase finished. Black Legion definitely have the upper hand now. They're beginning to take control and take command of the game. We'll go into assaults now as they prepare to charge in. Right, so charges have taken place here. The Lord's charged in, and no damage on Overwatch. Then across here, the Marines have charged in just here as well. All of them piling in against the Ruststalkers, going to try and kick them out of the Cathedral just here. Sorcerer tried to charge in this direction and failed, rolling a 4, so not far enough for him. So key combats, no charge. Oh, there's all advanced moves made over there, so no charges available. So we'll resolve this combat then. Tristan can fight here with the Lord, hitting 2s. They've all hit. And then you're looking for strength.
So strength 7.
Right, they've all wounded. 6 up invuln the save. They might be able to block a couple of these here if you're rolling 6s. No, it's a 5 hack down. Just the alpha remains here in this combat. And that's 5 added to that, so that's 7. He'll automatically die or melt away if at the end. So yeah, he'll disappear, but he will get to fight before he goes after morale. So all the Marines that have charged, not him because he's already fighting the combat, but those is 10 attacks. Remember, 6s will generate extra attacks here for Death to the False Emperor. So 10 attacks, just lumping them all together here. And it's all chainswords here on these sergeants. 3s to hit.
3
and +2 extra rolls, yeah. Or 3, so there's 3 6s there. Tristan using his SN Battle Reports dice here.
Thanks, Stephen Nick.
Okay. And then 3s to cause wounds. There's a few have failed, but there's 6 saves to make here of 4+. So 4s to try and block these. We block 2, and that's 2 models slain from the Ruststalkers. Yeah. No wound. Okay. So one attack came through the las cannon. Tristan picking that combat there and has caused no wound. So we'll let the Ruststalkers fight back now. Right. So one Ruststalker will carry on the fight against the lone las cannon. The rest will go against the larger squad that's charged in. So one Cold Claw attack hits. Does wound. It's not a mortal wound. It's just a regular save of 3+. Saved on a 6. And then 2 attacks now with transonic razors. They both hit. 6s here would be helpful. No. 1 wound comes through, regular save. Failed. Alright, so the las cannon's gone. That's just him just there. Cold Claw attacks now against the other squad. Needing 3s. 6s would be really good. There's 1. So that's D3 mortal wounds. Just the 1 mortal wound caused. Yep. And then now we're going for 3s. 6s again will be good. Transonic razors. There's another mortal wound, and also a regular save here of 3+ to make as well. Failed. All right, so 2 more can be removed from that larger squad. All right, so combat's resolved just there. Tristan removing the models. He's removed the sergeant there and kept the las cannon in that team. All right, so not too bad there for the Ruststalkers, but their numbers being knocked down. And they could go worse, actually, for morale. We'll do morale now, so we need to score low here. 1 is good, so they've passed. And then he's auto-melt. I think we're going to fight back, actually. Here we go. Come on, Vanguard. Just move the dead. Remove the dead out of the way. Double 6s is his hit here as he swings the arc maul. does get his wound. It's -1 on the save. And it's a 4. So it has been passed. And now we can remove him. He melts away from morale. Tristan's free to consolidate 3 inches, which will be back towards the Rust Stalkers if he wishes. Alright, so that marks the end of the turn. Admech struggling now. Their numbers depleted. Still their 2 characters remain alive, but they have a Baden marching towards them, so I don't really fancy their chances. And all of these obliterators. We'll go on to the next turn of the Adeptus Mechanicus, turn 4 coming up to them next, as we would go into the latter stages of the game. Desperate situation for them as they try to fight off the Black Legion. Alright, so movement here for the Adeptus Mechanicus has to be done. The characters are on the move here, going to try and take out as many obliterators as possible, and then have a day of reckoning with Abaddon here. Abaddon and Belisarius Call about to have a showdown. It's the first time here on the channel. Backing off with him, keep him within 6 just to get his rerolls and ready to fire. Then, now we forgot about this ranger. He's just moved off here, the lone ranger on the move again. And then continuing the fight over here. Litany of the Electromancer, we tried to activate that, needing a 6 for D3 mortal wounds and failed. And then the other canticle is +1 strength in close combat. So that's movement done. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Okay, so shooting phase resolved here. Pretty effective from Belisarius Call here. The solar atomizer destroyed the 2 obliterators just there, getting 3 shots and 3 hits, and then the damage 3d6 coming through. Tristan failing his invuln saves for them. So well done to him. And then firing across here, we took out the lone obliterator just over there, just the one with only 2 wounds remaining. So he's gone as well. That's that shooting done, and that is the shooting phase finished. So that's that shooting done. We'll go on to combats now, just the ongoing melee over here, and then, yes, we are going to go for the assault over here as well, with Belisarius Call, and perhaps the Tech Priest Dominus as well. Alright, so situation here. Tech Priest Dominus has made it in against Horus, and then he'll fight with the Red Axe, and then Belisarius Call has charged in against the Obliterator. So those 2 charges will go ahead, and then the ongoing melee just over here. Alright, so we'll see if we can cause some kind of wound here. It'd be great to do that against Abaddon. Tech Priest Dominus needing 3s. Oh dear. No, there's no rerolls, there's nothing. He's dropped his axe here, the red axe. He's fouled. He's swung, intimidated here by the Warmaster, and has fouled to hit. That was his chance to cause trouble, and he has fouled. The apprentice struggles here against the Warmaster. Alright, so that was a blunder just there. We need to tuck him in just to base contact. Now here, Belisarius Call can fight. He gets 4 attacks here with his axe. They all hit, showing the apprentice how it's done. Looking for wounds. 3 wounds do come through. These are at -2, so 4 up saves to make with these. No, all 3 get through, and it's 2 damage. That obliterator has been hacked down. So wipe out there, and we've moved up 3 inches, consolidating into Abaddon just here. So the Master and the Apprentice fight against the Warmaster now. So we'll pick a combat first of all. That's the 2 charges. We'll pick this combat and resolve the Rust Stalkers over here. Alright, so the Princeps will fight first of all against the Lone Laser Cannon, Chaos Space Marine. So Cord Claw misses, and then we'll roll for regular transonic razor attacks. Horrific dice rolling here. 1-6 for the Emperor. Yes! So that's a mortal wound. He can disappear. And then we'll go for Cord Claw attacks now with the other 2. Double 1 again. What is going on here? Just as we need decent dice rolling. 4 attacks left now with these. Needing 3s, that's better. A double 6 in here would be glorious. There's 1-6. Another mortal wound taken. And 3 saves. Regular saves of 3+. Possible wipeout here. Tristan rolls up. That's 2 2s. Chaos Space Marine's gone. Alright, so that's the troops removed from there. I still think we're in heaps of trouble here. This Warlord's deadly. But the Rust Stalkers have done well. Alright, here we go. This is attacks. All of the attacks are going to be directed against Belisarius Call. He's going to try and take him out first. Oh dear. Rerolling.
I get 3 additional attacks.
Yes, because of
That
death
works
to the
for
false
5
Emperor.
6s with Abaddon, because of his trait.
Does it?
Roll a
Okay.
hit. No.
Okay. I have a lot of attacks coming through here.
Strength 8.
Yeah, well, you'll be on freeze to win then. Yep. Whoa. Tristan's been looking forward to this moment here. 6 come through. AP
-3 D3 damage.
Yeah, I think Belisarius Call could be going to see the Emperor soon. He's not doing too well.
This has killed the Emperor
5+ here. Come on. Refractor field. No, we've blocked 2. D3 a time. You can roll them all at the same time here. I think Belisarius Call is gone. Yes, he is. He's taken 9-10 wounds. So Belisarius Call is dead. But who is dead? The Master or the Apprentice? All right, so combat's resolved. Belisarius Call killed here right at the very end. Tragedy taking place here in this open courtyard. But still, the Apprentice remains alive with his red axe. But Abaddon eyes him up as his next target. That is the end of the turn. The Adeptus Mechanicus. It was a brave effort here. They stripped away all of the protection for Abaddon. But it's not enough. The Master here has prevailed against Belisarius Call, and it looks like the Tech Priest Dominus is in deep, deep trouble as well. It'll be a miracle if he survives the next turn. So we're going to the next turn here for Tristan. So turn 4 coming up next for the forces of the Black Legion. Abaddon about to lead them to glorious victory. Okay, yeah, so movement done then. Moving across here, getting ready to charge in against the Ruststalkers with the Chaos Lord, the jump pack, securing the objective at the back to pick up a point with the Sorcerer, and he can even cast Smite here and do some damage against the Ruststalkers, holding position with this squad to secure the objective, and then the melee continues just here. Alright, so on Psychic Phase, Smite's gone off, and it's D3 damage here against the Ruststalkers, and it's rolled a 2. Okay, so one of the models can disappear. Okay, Tristan just rolled up for Death Hex, that's gone off, so no invuns available for these last 2 Ruststalkers. That's Psychic Phase done. Shooting Phase next. Okay, so shooting resolved here, and pistol firing across, bolters firing across has reduced the Ruststalkers down. Just the Princeps left on a wound remaining. Laser cannon shot hits but failed to wound against the Dune Crawl at the back. And that is it. Right, so we're going to combats now. Going to charge in here with the Chaos Lord and the ongoing melee here with the Warmaster. Right, so take it away, Tristan. You can start here with... Oh, he's turning the model around. Thank you. So you can look him in the eye before he has his head lopped off. So this is the attacks coming in. Rerolling 1s, I think.
No, you put those to one side. Because you would hit someone else because it's the relic. That's one.
Right, okay. You got an extra attack there, by the way. You rolled a 6.
Oh, thank you.
So, yeah, very polite here towards the end.
So 3.
3, okay. And you've taken away my invuln save, and it's -3, so the Ruststalker Princeps can be removed. Hewn to pieces here by the merciless Chaos Lord. So massacre on this side. That secured this flank. And then now here, a chance to destroy the Tech Priest Dominus. So here it is. I'm going to concede at the end of this turn. So you have this one chance to slay him. If I survive, we'll concede and he can crawl away to fight another day. This is the attacks.
So 2 5s create 2 additional attacks for his Warlord trait. Imperium. You reroll those misses.
Okay. Tech Priest Dominus here. We've got a refractor field, but strength.
Strength 8.
2s to wound. There's a couple have failed. It'd be a miracle to keep us alive now, I think. Our days are numbered. 6 saves. It's -3 and 3 damage.
Yep.
For the Emperor, no, not a single one. So hacked to pieces as well.
Black 9 would have been 6 extra.
Gosh, right, would have been loads of extra attacks with the sword. The sword as well, is it? Yeah. Right, okay. So, yeah, total overkill here. The Tech Priest Dominus falls down slain next to the body of Belisarius Call here. The Adeptus Mechanicus have been humbled here by the Master Abaddon himself. Very impressive to see. I didn't think that combat would take place. Both sides trying to use long-range firepower, but it has here right towards the end of the game. And with that, and the removal of the Tech Priest Dominus and Slay the Warlord has been picked up. We'll end the game there. A victory here for the Black Legion. But I have to say, their army has taken a hammering here by the Adeptus Mechanicus, but it will be a Black Legion victory. All right, so we've got a final score here. 1 point picked up for holding this objective, 2 points picked up for holding this one. Slay the Warlord achieved as well for the Black Legion, so 4 points to them. And we hold no objectives at all. And we picked up first blood though, so we do score a point. 4-1 the final score, but a clear victory in points at least for the Black Legion. They have prevailed here in this battle. It's cost them heavily against the Adeptus Mechanicus, but they have the final victory and they have secured this area, denying it to the Imperial forces. So this ruined area here now falls under the control of the Black Legion Chaos Space Marines. Great game. Great to see Tristan along again. Good to see his return to the channel. Great list he has here. It's small and compact, but it packs a mean punch, and it has delivered the killing blow to the Adeptus Mechanicus in this battle. So there it is. That's another episode of Challenger Scorpion. Chaos have prevailed here. There's a lot of Chaos forces beginning to appear on the channel here. It's a bit unnerving for the Imperium. Keep a lookout for more challenge games on the channel. Great game. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Alright, so units of the game for both sides. I've been discussing it for the Adeptus Mechanicus. Tristan reckons the Rustalkers, they did do well. Mid-stage of the game they moved up, charged in, and did bring down a lot of models. They caused trouble there. If they were better supported, they may have done better, but they were overwhelmed in the end, but they did do well, so we'll give them unit of the game. And then Tristan's for the Black Legion, it's going to give it to Baden. Did very well. Great bonus granted there for rerolls. And then utterly deadly in close combat, slaying the first and second in command. So he was very good. And also the Obliterators. Good firepower available from them as well. Could you choose either of those two? Which one would you?
If I'd had to choose,
yeah,
probably the Obliterators.
Obliterators, yeah. That's a good firepower from them. A very reliable unit indeed. That's units of the game for both sides.